So we got it up to 160 degree oil, getting on it a little bit, and then you can see it's dropping now. It just went from 153 down to 151, and it'll go back down into the 140s. So this is without the nose on the car. Obviously this can all be avoided with a thermostatic valve, or putting the nose back on the car and using the fan, where the fan comes on a thermostat, which is the way that we advise to do it. If you're going to run the stock nose, there's no need to run the thermostatic valve. You just use the fan to control it. But I just wanted to show you how much power just the oil cooler alone, which is mounted on the passenger side on this car, has to keep this car cool. It's 80 degrees today in Ohio, so it's not like it's cold outside. And as you can see, this is it's pretty amazing. It's taking the temperatures right back down. So normally this car is about 195 on both numbers when you're just cruising around, taking it easy in hot weather. Sometimes it gets up over 200, 210, somewhere in there if there's lots of stoplights and so on. So just wanted to see, we just dropped to 149. So this cooler has the ability not only to drop the coolant temperatures 20 degrees, but also drop the oil. What's that put us? We're at a 50 degree drop basically, is where 145 is equilibrium on the oil temperatures. So what that means is it has the collective power to cool things down 70 degrees if you combine both fluid temperature gains or losses, whatever you want to refer to it as. And that's just plugging into only the scavenger side of the oil system, nothing else, and cooling the oil directly. Now, those of you who know a lot about cooling things, you'll know that deltas are actually what extract the most heat from a vehicle. Well, your biggest delta when your car is about to overheat is your oil temperature and your radiator fluid. And so once we attach the auxiliary radiator on the driver's side on this car, then we will have two coolers that are addressing the largest deltas of any of the fluids in the car. Addressing the blower fluid is not necessary. Once you get these two and keep these two in check, then everything else takes care of itself. The reason why the blower fluid gets out of control is because the blower is mounted on top of the engine, and the engine's a giant heat sink. And so the blower fluid alone can't cool down the engine. It's not designed to do that. It's not flowing through the engine like the radiator fluid and the oil is. So there you've seen the temperatures drop while I was recording, driving around at 50 miles per hour. If I stop moving around, then obviously the temperatures will rise because the air is not going across the heat exchanger. We don't have the fan wired up right now. Right now we're just using wind, but the fan that we have behind it is 1,000 cubic foot per minute fan, so it will simulate wind very well. So that's the key to this system, are the big fans. And what's nice is you'll be able to pull over into the pits and you'll be able to cool your car down while your car is idling, instead of having to shut your car off and just wait for it to to cool itself down. You'll be able to pull over to a dead stop and the car will cool itself down with all the fans running. This is with no fans on right now.